Scared. I'm scared. What kind of question is that? Can I skip?
Yeah.
Hesitation is defeat. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal and I'm a pastry chef entrepreneur based in Jakarta, Indonesia. And my channel is about sharing my journey as a pastry chef and building a cake business while sharing some productivity tips, recipes, and also occasional travel vlogs. This is an ongoing process, but I hope that my open journal can help give you some insights, save time for the fun stuff, and live happier lives. I'm actually pretty excited because all these questions are actually pretty fun. And there hasn't been a question that takes me off guard to the point that I can't answer them, so.
What is the product you enjoyed working on the most?
Nice question. Thanks for the question, guys. There are a few, but at the top of my mind, I guess it's Nezuko cake, which I created 2 years ago. For those of you who are anime lovers, you definitely know Nezuko from Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. As a character, the younger sister of the main character. Well, she's one of the main characters too. And she looks like this. The cake that we made looks like this. Yeah, so I really enjoyed making this cake because I really had like a very clear image in the beginning. I wanted to have like traditional Japanese elements. I had a clear idea of what type of cake I wanted to portray. Like it had to have traditional Japanese elements, but a twist to it in terms of aesthetic and also the flavor combinations inside. So it's a cake that has the outside is a sakura glaze that I got from Japan. I've been wondering what to use it for, and after watching Kimetsu no Yaiba, I was like, oh, I can use it for this cake. And it was the first anime. Okay, let's just explain the components first. First is a sakura glaze outside, and then inside it's a white chocolate mousse, and then there's a raspberry jelly, and there's a bavaroa, and also crust of pastry, tart shell, and also a sponge. Keep the mousse from touching a surface and melting really quickly. So it's a unique combination of matcha, acidity from the berries, and also the milkiness and creaminess of the white chocolate. I was really, it was during COVID when I made this product, and I had to do a lot of the trials at home with the limited space that I have, but I was really satisfied with the results. And I was also very proud with one of the decorations that I made, which is like, you know that Nezuko has this bamboo thing that she bites on. And we have this like green decoration that we made using white chocolate, and it has like a marble effect on it because it's like a mix of, we use like white and green. It's like a mesh like thing, and it's like a symbol of the bamboo that she's biting on. I made this really nice product and I was really proud of it. We also sent it out to a few friends of ours for a taste test, and they really liked it. We even wrapped it up in like a bento box with a nice cloth outside. So it was one of the products that I really enjoyed the most in terms of designing, the product development, also how it turned out in the end. Oh, another thing that I forgot to mention is that we also had like an Instagram live introducing the Nezuko cake, where we actually put on yukata, me, my sister, and also our graphic designer and illustrator. We all put on a yukata. We did to introduce the product, so that was really fun. We had really fun times creating and developing and releasing this product.
I've always thought of people who do YouTube as extroverted, confident people. Is that true for you?
I don't necessarily think so, because I would consider myself as an ambivert. Like I wouldn't consider myself introverted because if you talk in terms of recharging, I am someone who recharges when I'm with people, but I also enjoy time alone. So as somebody who started YouTube with the objective of improving in public speaking, I don't necessarily think that YouTube is just for extroverted people. I think for me personally, it's an outlet where you can share your thoughts and also your ideas, and also dive deep into your hobbies. But I guess one thing that I realized is that if you put your content out there, it's natural for you to be exposed to comments and how people view this content, and it makes you kind of confused sometimes if this is the type of content that you would enjoy making and the type of content that the audience wants. So in terms of being extroverted or not, I guess that really depends on the objective of what your channel is trying to achieve and what your goals are by doing YouTube. So yeah, even if you're introverted, I think it's a good way for you to actually express your thoughts, especially if you're someone who has a lot of hobbies. If the only thing that's holding you back is because you feel like your thoughts and opinions and knowledge isn't valuable, just think of it this way. Ali Abdul always says that if you think that the content that you put out will help at least one person, that's enough reason for you to put it out. I think it's for everyone, just depending on your objective.
I have an interesting question. Next, coming up next.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
What qualities do you value most in a potential life partner?
What? What kind of question is that? Can I skip?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's your video.
Just a quick note that if you like my videos, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps us a lot. Okay. Hesitation is defeat. So I'm going to answer this question. Let's just answer this without thinking too much. I think firstly, I'm somebody that I can respect and has a growth mindset, because I'm the type of person that really enjoys. If you ask me one of my hobbies, I think self-improvement would be very high on the list. I think I would be able to get along well with somebody who has a growth mindset and would like to learn new things. And secondly, maybe a fun person that is open to traveling and exploring new cultures and new things. Thirdly, somebody who is self-aware in the sense that the person is humble and also open to feedback and be able to communicate well instead of, like for any relationship, I guess like we would have humans, and I think it's really important to be humble and open to the other person's feedback and being able to put your feelings aside, because at the end we have to trust the other party for having our best interests at heart. So there has to be some kind of trust. But sometimes I understand that it's pretty hard to have self-awareness, because it might be a self-defense mechanism for the person to want to guard themselves if they don't have confidence or self-esteem. And lastly, I just recently realized this. I think being caring is a very important trait for me if I were to have a life partner. Or do I have one? And because I'm somebody who shares a lot, also is a pretty open journal, so I think it'll be nice to have somebody that can reciprocate with that, be able to share a lot of our hobbies, thoughts, and discoveries together. So next question.
What are some of your favorite books, movies, TV shows, or video games, and how have they influenced your life or perspectives?
My first thought is like, I haven't played video games in a long time, but that's kind of sad. Something that I want to get back into. A book that really impacted me was The Story of a Soul by Saint Therese Lisieux, a nun who passed away when she was just 24 years old. She was a Catholic nun in France. The book is an autobiography of her life, just right from the moment that she was born until she passed away. That book was really impactful for me because it was pretty funny how I came across this book, because my mom has been telling me that this book is a good book and she hasn't read it, but it's been recommended by many people. But I always thought that, why would I read a book about a Catholic nun? That sounds boring. And after reading a few self-help books, I came across this book, The Happiness Project, which mentioned this book also. And she mentioned like a scene in the book where she was living in a monastery, and then there was this particular nun who didn't like her, kept on giving her chores to do and made her really annoyed. She felt like she had to be nice to this nun, and she made it a constant effort, not being nice to the nun personally, but the objective was like, since she loves God very much, so she would put effort to be nice to everyone, especially people who she didn't like. She made extra effort to be extra nice to this nun. And even after Therese passed away, this nun said that she thought that Therese liked her so much because she was always smiling so much when she was around. I just thought that I didn't expect that a book would actually mention such small things, and that small things had a big impact, and that motivated me to read the book. The book really blew me away because there was a part where she mentioned, I can't remember the exact words of it, but it was something along the lines of, the world is like a flower field. Imagine if the entire flower field was filled with roses. What if you're a lily and you ask God for help to become a rose? As you have the lily has its own type of beauty, the hydrangeas, the roses, because then life wouldn't be interesting if it was just a field of roses. I felt like sometimes we aspire to be the ideal that is in the eyes of a lot of other people, where you actually disregard that you have your own uniqueness and beauty. And sometimes our role in life is not to become a successful entrepreneur, like a famous actress, a famous singer. Sometimes maybe your role is to support someone be great. Isn't that wonderful as well, that every one of us has an important role to play in life? Just reassuring to know that we are all special in our own way. Final question.
Is there anything you've learned from making YouTube videos? What a fitting end.
What a fitting end indeed. Like I said just now, I started out making YouTube videos because I wanted to improve on public speaking. I didn't think much about it, just thought it would be a cool project. And also, coincidentally, Ali Abdal, who is a productivity guru, was opening registrations for his last cohort of the part-time YouTuber Academy, so I just enrolled. And what I've learned after doing YouTube for 6 weeks now is that I've definitely improved on technical skills of creating content, like creating long-form videos especially, because I have made short-form videos previously, but I've never made long-form videos. So it was eye-opening to know about the process behind it all, like the scripting, the camera angles, and all the other processes of like analyzing analytics after you have published the video and see how well it's doing. Only something that I can make use of in my own bakery brand. And secondly, what I've learned is that I've really improved in terms of confidence in talking in front of the camera. And thirdly, I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be able to connect with other content creators across different types of niches. I have interview type contents and eventually planning to do a podcast, like approach people, and since I have this platform, it was much easier for me to connect with people. Definitely something that I'd like to continue doing in the future. Alright, that was unexpectedly fun. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. If you're curious about the YouTube course that I mentioned and also my life as a pastry chef, you can check out these videos right here. See you guys in the next one. Bye!